we all face adversity in every aspect of our lives. But I think really the toughest one in my career, outside of my personal life, it had to be being benched in 15 and going through what I went through in 15. In 14, I was in a similar situation where, when Braxton got hurt in camp, the coaches, quote unquote, had a QB battle between me and JT, which I never knew the battle opened back up because the previous spring I won the backup job.
Yeah.
According to them. And, 15, whatever, he became the starter. And, I remember going through the first 4 or 5 weeks and I talking to my coach and I was like, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to transfer after this year because you guys are giving me a lot of praise, how well I'm doing and all this other stuff, but he's playing really good. He's younger than me. Look, I've never had an opportunity here. And I do think this is not me being selfish. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but I do want to have an opportunity to play somewhere. And we said we reconnect with those conversations after the season. And one thing that stuck out to me, what Coach Herman said to me, was that when you have a quarterback in a season, you want to make him feel like he's the guy no matter what. Like he'll win, lose, or draw with this guy. And I respected that and I understood that. And I accepted my role at that point as the backup going into in the middle of the 2014 season. So I'm okay, cool. But up until that time, they just keep telling me, stay ready, you're doing great. Oh, we're going to get you in. We're going to do this. We're going to do this, trying to create packages and all this other stuff. But it just never happened, So it was really discouraging. And then I finally had a chance to play due to injury. Then going into the 15 season, I was named the starter, I guess, by default. I don't know. I mean, like I told my coach, I never felt like I was a starter, ever, there with JT and these guys were healthy. Cause I wasn't this recruit. I didn't walk the straight and narrow. I wasn't, yes, sir, no, sir, blah, blah, blah. Like I wasn't that guy which Urban Meyer wanted at that position. Yeah. And outside of, like I said, being JT was his recruit. And so I was always on a short leash. And everything I was told the previous year about if you're the starter, we don't want to battle throughout the season, all this other stuff, the roles was completely flipped when I was, quote unquote, the starter. Yeah. So I just felt like they never wanted me, So I think dealing with that adversity and finally being benched, it was actually after we played you guys, we wore all black in 15. And, I think I was benched like the second drive of the game or something like that. And, the coaches bring me in the next morning and tell me that,
whether you're a current athlete, a former athlete, or just an everyday person trying to stay in shape, you need to try the B37S percussion gun from Ekron Athletics. Go to EkronAthletics.com today and start recovering faster and moving easier. That's Ekron Athletics, and use promo code NEXTUP for 25% off your purchase. That's EKRIN Athletics.com with promo code NEXTUP for 25% off your purchase.
Hey, we're going to go with JT. I said, dude, save the shit. I said, I knew that's what you wanted to do. I said, I'm good. I said, now I accept my role or whatever the role is instead of you telling me it's something and then you not living up to it.
Yeah.
Like you telling me I'm the starter, but you treating me like a redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
So I walk right at the meeting like, perfect, I'm good. See y'all later. You don't have to try to dumb it down to me. I knew you didn't want me to be the starter anyway.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Yeah. And I knew and then JT, having conversations with him because me and him after games, we'd talk to each other like, dude, we suck. Like me and you suck. And it sucks when, we go 3 and out and I'm already warm or JT's already warming up. Yeah. Or it sucks when JT don't get it done and he got me back in the game. So he's never getting in rhythm. So all of that stuff I think played into our downfall in 15. And then ultimately, when JT became the starter, the full-time starter, they named him the full-time starter, he gone and had the best game of his career.
Yeah.
Because he know he's the guy. He don't have to look over his shoulder. And I think that was another thing that really bothered me through that process when Coach Meyer, and me and him talked about this as well. Coach Meyer tried to play my feeling against me as if I wasn't competitive enough. Where like, oh, you don't think at the next level they always looking over their shoulder? No, they're not.
Yeah.
If you think Tom Brady's looking over his shoulder waiting on his backup to get in,
yeah,
or they're going to have the backup warming up if he go 3 and out? Like, no, they don't work like that. Like, this is our guy, right? The starters ain't getting pulled unless they're doing something really, really bad. It's not like, oh, let's play this guy, let's play this guy. Hey, when we cross the 50, this guy is going to play. It don't work like that. So that's what really rubbed me the wrong way. And I think dealing with that adversity and then really trying to overcome that and accept a new role on the team. And then clearly when that happens of someone getting benched, especially at the quarterback position, you got to deal with the media. You got to deal with social media. You got to deal with it all. So I think that was the biggest adversity I overcame throughout my career.